Okay, so this is an audio explainer of the reaction paper assignment for Soc 5. All right, so reaction paper, blah, blah, blah. Important and engaged way of reflecting on films shown in the course. So basically, it's pretty straightforward. You follow these directions, and there is an additional assignment sheet that has the additional questions. I'll also post a little addendum about that, okay? So first part, brief summary of the film. So about a half a page, and we're talking a half a page double space, so about a quarter of a page. We're talking a couple sentences there, right? And so that, I don't want you to cut and paste from IMDb or any of that crap. I want you to tell me what was it about, right? Not play by play, start to finish, but just give me a brief summary. For the second part, this is the most important part. You're going to relate the importance of the film to concepts or readings that we discussed in class, or I guess through audio, right, that you find through the books and the readings. So this should include at least 2 course concepts or arguments from class readings to talk about the sociological relevance of the film. So you basically ask yourself, why is this relevant in a sociology course? And you put those concepts in bold the first time you introduce them. So let's say we're watching a film and you're like, oh, that reminds me of the concept blank. And then you explain what that concept is, and then you explain how you saw it in the film, right? So if it was something like, oh, in the film I saw the concept of feminism, which is the belief in the social and economic and political equality of all people, right? Then you say, this is how I saw it in the film. That's what you basically do. You say what the term is, define it, how you saw it in the film. You do that twice, right? And then the third part is that you're going to get specific questions for the film. These additional questions are your opinion, meaning as long as you answer each part of the question, you're going to get full credit on that, right? So that, just consider that number 3 of the assignment. I used to put all the questions on this one assignment sheet, but then everyone would answer all the questions for both the reaction papers, the first assignment, even though the additional questions had nothing to do with that. So anyway, I have it as a separate file on Canvas. You can also find the additional questions for each film that we're going to watch in the class. So also down here a little bit, just to let you know, it's worth 25 points. It should be about 2 to 5 pages. And again, that's double spaced. So that's about 1 to 2.5 pages single spaced. So 12-point font. And remember, I'm not really worried about the length as much as I'm worried about the content. Meaning if your paper's a little short, that's fine. If your paper's a little long, that's fine. What I'm looking for is to see, did you do this brief summary of the film? Did you connect to 2 class concepts? And did you fully answer each part of each additional question? As long as you did that, you're good for the assignment. All right, so I'm going to also explain how it is that you do the additional questions. So these are the additional questions for the first film that we'll be watching for the first reaction paper, for the film Bloods and Crips Made in America. So the first question is, how do you think growing up in an impoverished neighborhood or one where everyone around you is in a gang would impact your life? So that's the first part of it. So make sure you answer both parts of the question. If you were growing up in South Central Los Angeles, do you think you might have been tempted as a young person to join a gang? And again, this is all your opinion, your perspective, how this comes from your own, situational awareness. And then number 2, as Tom Hayden stated, if you had 15,000 people killing each other in any other country, there would be diplomats, there would be mediators, it would go to the UN. What policy changes should be made to make our government more accountable? Right? So again, your informed opinions there. So as long as you answer each of those questions, you're going to get points for that part of the assignment. So there's also a grade rubric that's also posted on Canvas for the reaction paper. I just want to go over real quick because again, very valuable to ever look at a rubric because it's going to tell you exactly how to get an A. Okay, so this is the grading rubric for the assignment. So you see, you get 3 points for the summary of the film. And over here in the criteria, I specify exactly what I'm looking for, meaning that it's clearly worded. It focuses on the core message of the film and is not just some cut and paste BS from Wikipedia or IMDb where you tell me about the filmmaker's insights and all this other crap that doesn't matter. What is the film about, right? What are the substantive issues that they're talking about? That's really what I'm looking for there. You get 5 points for each class concept, as you can see there. And you also get 5 points for each additional question. So you'll notice here it says how to outline these particular class concepts. Define the concept, define the relationship between the concept and the film, and state it in bold. If you do that, you get 5 points for each one, right? So, and then again, the last one, the additional 2 points for grammar and format, meaning the paper meets the requirements and standards from providing, the actual course assignment sheet that we just went over. So you actually follow the instructions. That's some points. And then the wording is proper without fragments, run-ons, or other standard grammar errors, meaning you actually did a spell check or you tried for maybe 2 seconds to fix it up. That's what I'm looking for there. So meaning if you want to get an A, you have to clearly define these, fit the standard of the, assignment sheet. And, but this is basically the way to get there, right? So if you follow this criteria, you're going to do well for the assignment. So I'm going to post this. All of these papers I've just gone over are all on Canvas for you as a resource under assignment sheet module. But if you have any questions, you can always ask on the question and answer discussion board, or just message me through Canvas or email me and I can get back to you with those answers.